You should have gone for the head. What did you do?
I went for the head.
Alright, picture this. Your friends are in the final of a quiz show and they've got to identify a not so famous quote from one of your favorite movies, but they don't make the correct guess. Sucks, doesn't it?
Dude, you're embarrassing me in front of the wizards.
Well, I just hope they know your favorite song in case Vecna ever decides to show up in your dreams. Now, while Marvel might have given us a whole bunch of sassy moments, I've noticed that we only talk about the popular flexes, and that basically means anything that comes out of Tony Stark, Wolverine, or Deadpool. Come on, we need to show some love to a lot of the quotes that just slip past our minds because yes, they might not be on the level of Wade Wilson asking an assassin not to swallow a deadly object.
I've never said this, but don't swallow.
They're still pretty amazing. So here I am on my redemption mission, and I bring to you my top 10 underrated Marvel flexes in the movies because it's kind of my speciality, you know?
We've used it for a lot less. Do you remember the full moon party at Comertage?
No.
Exactly.
Boy, I sure do miss college life. Almost every night out was like a Project X flashback. Alright, I might be capping on that one, but let's not forget that even wizards like to have some fun every now and then. Now, Spider-Man No Way Home did have a teenager and his friends getting into a new college, but it turned out to be the uncle with the Frenchie who had some pretty wicked memories. As Wong tries to warn Doctor Strange against the dangers of a memory erasure spell, he reminds him of a full moon party at Comertage that he made him forget. I mean, a powerful sorcerer is even allowed to get wasted. What if someone opens up a mirror dimension while knocking back a couple of tequila shots? Anyway, it's not like one can do much about that. But yeah, just think about it. This is like you making your parents forget you wrecked their house that one time they were out for the weekend. Now, that's a superpower I definitely wouldn't mind. Drunken Sherlock would definitely approve.
Romano, I've come to bargain. Yeah.
To die.
So there may be no way to make you trust me, but we need to go.
Look, it's made to seem like picking up MJOLNIR might not be a very big deal now because, you know, everyone can do it. No, seriously, at this rate, I think even Donald Trump will be considered worthy enough to pick up Thor's once exclusive hammer. But yeah, back in the good old days, it was a feat that nobody could accomplish, so when Vision just casually picks up the hammer and hands it to Thor in Age of Ultron, we know that this dude is the real deal. Now, I'm sure a lot of you internet nerds are going to point out the fact that Vision is an android, but then think about this. He got Wanda to fall so madly in love with him that she literally took a whole town hostage just to bring him back. So basically, an android's got a better love life than you. So yeah, I think it's in everyone's best interest to consider him to be a real person. Anyway, this was a super flex, and even though Vision might not have known that he was being savage, the look on Thor's face says it all.
Rhodey, on it. War Machine coming at you, right up. Okay, what?
Strike it again in the same spot.
You're recording.
For research purposes.
Delete that footage.
Oh man, don't you just hate it when your friends record a super embarrassing video of you and use it as blackmail? I mean, that kind of stuff triggers my inner Zuckerberg demon. It turns out that superheroes also have to hide from such moments, and this isn't only exclusive to guys like Iron Man.
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
As a matter of fact, our very own King T'Challa had to face probably one of the worst pranks ever when Shuri made him kick his new suit on purpose so that its kinetic energy would just throw him away. Well, the sassy one in the situation is actually Shuri. The Black Panther lets out a super funny line when he orders her to
Delete that footage.
Well, she might have listened to him back then, but in today's TikTok generation, she probably would have run him over with a bus simply to get some viral content. There really is no privacy nowadays, is there? Hey, come to think of it, I actually found some dirt on Scarlett Johansson too. No, not the Kim Kardashian kind of dirt. Take it easy, guys.
How do you like your fat? Hot, shaking that ass, making it pound. Sexual freedom forever.
Thank you, Sharon.
Listen, I know Chris Evans is the kind of guy to make even straight men question their orientation, but you got to admit this is a whole other level of swag. The dude's probably in his mid-80s, and he manages to sneak a little smooch out of his ex-girlfriend's grandniece. Now that's some Hugh Hefner level game right there. I mean, he's on a 70-year-old dry spell, and it's super weird considering the massive age difference between the two, but hey, at least he kept it in the family, right? Not that you can blame Sharon either. How on earth do you expect her to resist America's ass? Needless to say, Bucky and Sam were clearly impressed that their buddy still got it, although I'm not sure Peggy would have liked to live in that sweet home Alabama vibe.
Hey! Sweet home Alabama!
I wonder if Steve's introduced Sharon to his choking kink yet.
Kiss me.
What?
Public displays of affection make people very uncomfortable.
Yes, they do.
You still uncomfortable?
It's not exactly the word I would use.
Wrong. Unless the victim is a wizard named Wong. Ha, look, I can rap like Drake now. Sorry, that new album sounds like a bunch of Forever 21 songs all stacked up on top of each other. No wonder people call him certified boy lover nowadays. Also, Benedict Cumberbatch sure has a weird way of treating his partners, whether he's an English detective or an American wizard. The dude's practically a teenager in a grown man's body. He learns how to use portals. What's the first thing he does? He simply steals books from Wong's library right under his nose. And that's not even figurative. The precision with which he manages to pull it off is so effortless, you could call him a smooth criminal too. I do feel bad for Wong at this point. The dude does nothing and still ends up becoming the laughing stock.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, at least he got to boss around Abomination, right?
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to exit the donut.
When you've got a devil-may-care attitude like Tony Stark, you really don't give a single damn about any situation. I mean, take this for context. Iron Man's badly dying from the very thing that's keeping him alive, but rather than going into a philosophical rut, he just chills next to a massive donut sign and eats donuts. The shot looks super iconic, and it only further establishes why Tony is such a boss man. Now, this kind of behavior might be typical for someone like Iron Man, but it still feels so freaking hilarious, because here you have a billionaire on the verge of his death, and he thinks stuffing his mouth with deep-fried dough from Randy's is gonna make things better. I'm not gonna lie, this is how product placement is done effectively. Maybe Krispy Kreme and the Power Rangers can learn a thing or two from this scene. I mean, seriously, at one point, I thought they were gonna defeat Rita with the new special flavor.
I get it. Hit him.
What'd you just do to me?
Lab's all set up, boss.
Oh, actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
Robert Downey Jr. makes yet another appearance because A, he's a legend, and B, what else did you expect in a Flexes video? While we're all familiar with the
genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist
line, I don't hear many people bringing up the time he totally owned Captain America, yet again in Age of Ultron. Here, the scenario's a lot more relaxed, and it's just a bit of friendly banter, but of course, Tony's not just gonna give us basic lines. That's like Morbius not saying,
"It's the morbid time."
But yeah, as I was saying, Maria Hill comes up to Tony and refers to him as boss, but then he decides to have some fun with Steve and says,
oh, actually, he's the boss. I just pay for everything and design everything and make everyone look cooler.
That's actually a savage burn in all regards, but I guess Tony's letting his buddy off easily because he's not the one giving him a hard time about donuts just yet.
And here I am without an umbrella.
I feel a storm brewing.
Loki is beyond reason, but he is of Asgard, and he is my brother.
He killed 80 people in 2 days.
He's adopted.
Being adopted isn't all that bad, you know. You've got parents who love you even if you're not their biological kid, and if you're lucky, your stepsister will love you even more. Unfortunately, Loki had a brother, so I guess that explains a lot of his frustrations with life in general. Thor tries to vouch for his bro as the Avengers decide what to do with the God of Mischief, but then he's reminded of the damage Loki just caused to lots of innocent people. He finds himself in a catch-22 kind of situation, so he takes the smart way out by instantly saying that he's adopted. I'm not sure that's a good look on you, bro, but then again, neither was that fat suit. I know that's a Big Lebowski reference, but come on, isn't Thor's metabolic rate at some inhumane level? You know, because he's supposed to be a freaking god. Damn, I wonder how he would have reacted if he was the adopted kid.
You know this,
Lord of Thunder. God of Thunder.
I've never met this man in my life.
He's my brother.
Adopted.
I won't touch Barton, not until I make him kill you. And when he screams, I'll split his skull.
So, Banner, that's your play. Thank you for your cooperation.
Loki just can't catch a break, can he? For a guy who believes that he possesses super intellect, I gotta say, it's really easy to prank him. The narcissistic prince tries to go head-to-head with our very own Black Widow, and for the most part, it looks like he's dominating the conversation. He even celebrates his own victory, but then Scarlet reveals that she was acting out a role within another role. Man, that Christopher Nolan gimmick was totally savage, and it even made Loki flinch for a bit, but I guess that's what happens when you don't take your opponent seriously. Plus, let's not forget he's dealing with a woman who's named after a female species that literally devours her male counterparts. The only difference here is that Loki didn't even get to tap that ass before totally getting violated. Congratulations, bro, you played yourself.
Such a poser.
And Pym always said you never can trust a Stark.
Who are you?
The best way to answer your haters is with success, and no one does it better than Mr. Tony freaking Stark. The MCU's King of Sass goes to visit Captain America's loser team and comes across Ant-Man, who tries to get in some lines of dialogue by mocking the Stark legacy. And then our beloved boss daddy shuts him down with a simple question.
Who are you?
That's like the ultimate insult you can throw on any person trying to disrespect you. It's savage with a capital S. It actually reminds me of the time when Eminem shut down Afrojack with a similar response.
Who? Afrojack? Who?
You know, this is a super sassy reply, but considering that Scott Lang is no stranger to sarcasm,
Ant-Man. What, you haven't heard of me?
I was actually a little disappointed he didn't reply with that whole Rush Hour gimmick. I guess he was so humiliated his brain stopped working. Well, at least he's got Jonathan for company.
Does anyone have any orange slices?
An orange?
And there you go. Those are my top 10 underrated Marvel flexes in the movies. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to get your daily dose of the TVCU, and check out the description box for access to my Patreon, socials, and Discord server. Till next time, adios, my friends.